They're critical. Okay. Well, here we go. Bringing it up here. Now, Senior Nerd, pay no attention who tweeted this. Oh boy. Don't only pay attention to that part. Okay? I'm just getting to this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. All right. So, and I got to make a topic for this. Because this is important. People think I'm a James Gunn hater. Oh, this might be potential spoilers, though.
I don't think so.
For Shazam 2, I don't think people are going to be watching this movie this weekend. So, screw it.
Okay. Now, all right. Here's the topic. He did not cut the Shazam 2 cameo, but he's cut other ones in the current slate of DC. Now, what I would like to say about this comment from James Gunn, I absolutely agree with what he's saying here. And people absolutely lost their shit on me, called me a hater, because I said he has the right to say these things, but should he say it, he's causing himself some issues. And he shouldn't always say, even if it's truthful, you should not always open your mouth because it just drags you in the mud. So absolutely, he is 100% right here that this person was being snarky on Twitter, and this is Twitter. This is what people do. And this person was looking for attention, adding James Gunn and adding his wife. And I totally understand supporting your wife. I understand, James. And that's probably the hardest temptation, is not to go to bat for your wife. But spoiler warning for Shazam 2. I think people know by now, Jennifer Holland makes an appearance, and she's made an appearance in Black Adam, and she keeps showing up. So this person, I am not defending this person whatsoever. They were completely being an asshole to James and his wife, which I disavow. But I don't think adding to it or even giving air to this troll helps anything. And ultimately, what did we see this week, Senior Nerd? We saw the major trades running with headlines. And these are not like lower sites. James Gunn hires himself. And all the other projects is he hasn't hired anyone else except himself. And then you get... Oh,
yeah. He said he's going to direct Legacy, right?
And then if he wouldn't talk so much on social media, it's social media disease. Lots of people have it. And that's all I said, and I got called a complete hater. Now, I like to talk on social media, but I don't have a job in Hollywood, I would like to debate this stuff, but he talks too much sometimes. For another example, the Ben Affleck situation, okay? The Ben Affleck situation, what did he say?
He said
that was an interview, I think.
Yeah.
That was an interview.
Well, James Gunn was replying to someone on Twitter saying, would you get Ben Affleck to direct? And then he says, Ben Affleck wants to direct. Now, he was being vague. He doesn't say what kind of project he wants to direct. We want him to direct. And then he alluded that we just need to find the right project. And then there's an article that drops the same week that Ben Affleck is saying, I don't want to do what they're doing. He didn't say, I don't want to do it altogether. He did say he's tired of superhero films, but he said, I don't want to do what they are doing. So that completely is on the opposite end of what James Gunn was saying. And where if James Gunn was just not responding to all this stuff, he wouldn't put himself in these situations. And it's bad optics.
No, you misinterpreted what he said about Ben Affleck. He said they were looking for a project in DC for him to do.
Yes.
He mentioned the DCU, and he just said, we want to work with Ben Affleck, and we want to see what's the right project for him. So then Ben Affleck was like, yeah, no, I'm going to do more movies like Air, like Argo, and stay away from the superhero stuff. Now, he didn't leave room that he's not going to do it in DC. What I think what James Gunn is doing is he's going to have these movies connected, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe that he works in, that he previously works in, have them all lined up in one storyline. And with Ben Affleck, he want to do his own thing. He don't want to be in this continuity, to be tied on continuity. Well, he wants to be free. He wants to be free. So maybe he wants to do an Elseworld, but that's way down the line.
Senior Nerd, I think you're being too much of a Gunn fan to realize that he was. Listen. To realize that he was heavily alluding that they want to work with Ben Affleck, and then there you get the opposite response from Ben Affleck, and that's not good optics. He basically did the Zachary Levi. We're all Gucci over here with Shazam. We're all Gucci, and you got your talent saying, "I'm not interested in this. I'm done. I'm out."
He said he's not interested in the James Gunn DC universe.
Yes.
So he might want to do an Elseworld.
What else is James Gunn going to talk to Ben Affleck about? James Gunn doesn't handle the Elseworld stuff.
Yes, he is. He's doing the whole DC stuff.
Todd Phillips.
Hey.
He's doing the
it's not connected, but it's not.
But he mentioned Elseworld in that press conference about the DC universe.
Well, let's get back on topic.
Look, I get people are upset that when they want Ben Affleck to direct a DC movie.
I think you're being naive to not think this doesn't look bad, even if you
he doesn't get Ben Affleck. Oh wow, that's too bad.
And it's not the end of the world.
No, but it makes you second guess what this man is saying consistently on social media.
But he wasn't lying.
He paints things very rosy, like everything's good, and then you get the talent saying, "Nah, this is a horrible experience."
He didn't say. He said, "No, I would not. No, I never want to do anything with DC because I hate James Gunn. No. He doesn't want to do superhero stuff."
Did I say that? Did I say that? You're putting words in my mouth. No.
I'm not
y'all stop for a second.
Everybody else is doing that, including your boy Mikey Son and Steve Walker.
Why are you bringing it up? I'm talking about a tweet here.
Let's
get back to the point, Senior Nerd. You're leading me astray. Okay, so I agree with him though. Should he have said it? I think he should have tried to. I think he should have tried to control himself, even though they were throwing shade at his wife. That he should not put this out there. Because it's right though. He's
God
right.
Damn it!
What?
Let me just say this. I think that Ben Affleck, like James Gunn, maybe let's just envision this. James Gunn calls Ben Affleck. It's like, "Hey man, you want to get lunch?" He's like, "Sure." They go out to lunch, and he's like, "Yeah, I got this whole thing I want to do with with Batman and everything. I want you to direct, maybe star, all this stuff." And he's like, "Yeah," he's listening to it. He's eating his whatever the hell these rich people eat, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't want to do that." I think that's what happened.
It's like this. It's like I'm interested in this woman. Hey, hold on. I've asked. It's like this. There's a prop. Okay,
you're jumping through hoops. You're jumping.
No, I'm not jumping hoops.
I agree with you though. I agree with you both, but it still doesn't look good. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Well, yeah, of course.
You make it like that. James Gunn promised you a puppy, and he got you nothing for Christmas.
I agree with you. He probably had a conversation. He perceived the conversation a certain way. Ben Affleck perceived it a different way, and then James Gunn is spinning it positive in news. I agree with you, but ultimately, my point is, it just doesn't look good optically.
It doesn't. You should always just shut the hell up.
So you
always. As a celebrity,
bad for James Gunn that he didn't get Ben Affleck to direct a DC movie.
Well, it looks like he's dissing James Gunn. It's like he's dissing.
No, he's dissing superhero stuff. If you read the interview, he had horrible time in the Justice League reshoot.
I know.
He was drunk a lot of that time too.
Okay, hold on, Cal, listen to me.
I'm listening. All I've done is listen to you.
He says he was close to jumping out a window. That's how much that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you're having an argument that I'm not arguing, Senior Nerd. I'm not arguing any of this. I'm just
saying, we're not. Yeah,
I'm just saying if James Gunn didn't respond to some rando on Twitter, this wouldn't have been bad optics.
Yeah,
That's all
just
I'm
shut the
saying.
hell up. Don't talk about it. Just let it go.
That's all I'm saying, and you can't even accept that, and you called me a Snyder cultist.
Well, I'm just accepting that it's not the worst thing that Gunn didn't get. He didn't promise
Anthony,
Ben
I can say
Affleck.
the same thing about Zack Snyder. People just seem like they want to hate on Zack Snyder at this point. Both directions. You see with the hoops I got to jump through just to say I agree with you. It's probably just miscommunication and perception and attention was off. I agree with all that, but ultimately the bottom line is it's not good optics. That's all I'm saying. And you're making me jump through hoops just to get that. It's like pulling teeth with you, Senior Nerd. It doesn't look good, even though I agree with you.
wait a minute. Calm down. Senior Nerd.
I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
He's just sweaty, man. He gets passionate about. He's just sweaty. He gets passionate about this shit.
No. I know, but ultimately it just doesn't look good this week, right? That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Do you want? Okay, he's going to do a movie about the Michael Jordan, the Michael Jordan Air Jordans.
Why are we talking about Air Jordan? I said it doesn't look good. That's all I'm saying.
That's his next movie. That's going to be Ben Affleck's movie, and he's passionate about it. That he's passionate about.
Is it like a documentary? God damn it! Is it like a documentary?
So it's gonna be about how they got the deal, Michael Jordan and the Air Jordan. So
yeah. Okay. That's cool. I'll watch that.
This is the Snyder derangement syndrome I deal with daily. All I said is even though James Gunn is right, this constantly being in the conversation, this back and forth, there is no winning in internet arguments unless you're actually making money off of it. If your whole job is if you're a movie pundit like me and me and Senior Nerd are going back and forth, for people that actually have different jobs in the industry, there's no winning the internet. First of all, you can make some money off of it with some arguments. The truth doesn't always get there. People don't care about the truth on the internet. And ultimately, this didn't have to be a thing if he just wasn't responding to randos on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's his right to. I'm not telling him to shut up. All I said is.
Well, I am because if you're at this point in the day that we live in and the times that we live in, if you are in any form of entertainment, just shut the hell up. Don't say anything. You know what I mean? Because you're just going to dig a hole.
When people monetize your responses, they try to trigger response. They're bad actors. There's bad actors looking for you to respond, just like this person. This person's probably so happy that James did. Okay, who's winning here? The troll or James Gunn? Who's winning here in this situation? You think? I think that's your bias. I don't think.
No, because he did. He's talking about how he always cast his wife. He's like he only cast his wife one time. That was in Suicide Squad.
It doesn't. People don't care about the truth on the internet, Senior Nerd. So in my opinion, I think the troll is winning here because he's getting.
Oh my God!
He's using clickbait
Because he got James Gunn to. Oh God, bad timing, Brian. This is the one topic I was going to try to get.
Okay, I'm playing Fallout 4, so you guys go right ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
So you're done. All I was trying to get through to Senior Nerd, Brian, was that even though James Gunn is right, when you're an entertainer, when you're in the industry, all I was trying to say was it's not always good to respond because people are just waiting 24/7 to trigger you to get a response, to grift off your clout.
What was the troll said?
Even though James Gunn is absolutely right here, him responding to this troll,
trying to defend his wife,
which I respect that.
So he can defend his wife. He can defend her.
But ultimately, I don't think he won anything by replying to this idiot. I don't. I mean, is that fair, Brian? Responding to idiots doesn't always benefit you.
Of course.
Right. So stop putting your wife in every DC project. And I will be fair. He did not. And people need to realize that he did not put them in every project. She was cast in these cameos before he took over. But what I will say is he absolutely did not cut her cameo, which, spoiler warnings for Shazam 2, I heard is not significant to the future of DCU, which easily could be cut. So, but he did cut other things, and that does look bad optics on him, that he cut other things, but he did not cut this.
Well, that's just why. That's okay. So,
Well, yeah.
But when you're cutting Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck scenes,
Yeah.
Is he going to bed with Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill? No, he's going to bed with.
Ultimately, even though he's right here and he's telling the truth, does the internet care about the truth, Brian? When he says I wasn't in charge of that, or do they care what they see? She consistently appears in projects. What do they care about, Brian?
They care what they see.
Right. The internet does not care about the truth. So ultimately, this whole big hoops I have to jump through just to show you, Senior Nerd, is that yes, he's right. He didn't put her in Shazam. He didn't put her in Black Adam. But the internet doesn't care about the truth. They just see her popping up everywhere, and they at him, and this did not benefit him whatsoever to comment on this. That's all I'm saying. Right. Now, I am not going to tell this man to shut up. Do whatever you want to do, James Gunn, but you're not winning the internet. You can't win the internet. These people, well, that's what your perception is. That my opinion is he's not. There's not winning the internet. You just get dragged in the shit and recycle going over and over and over with people that don't actually do anything creative and spend 24/7 on ways to grift off your clout and trigger you. So that's my perception of responding to this. He had every right to. He is absolutely right in his statement, but I don't think he won anything. And I think actually, in my opinion, the troll won here by getting attention. What's the worst thing you could do to a troll on the internet is shine a light on them.
Ignore them.
No, that's the best thing. That's the best thing you can do.
That's the best thing. But the worst, the best thing to me is to ignore them. But if you pay attention and fall into the clickbait stuff like this stuff, you know what I mean?
Murdoch J, I do have criticism for Ray Fisher. I do. Brian knows, right?
Oh yeah.
What happened with that?
I don't know if he said something recently. I have no idea.
Oh, now he's going to Pierce Saffron.
All right, but here's what the only DC movie I've ever casted my wife in was The Suicide Squad, and that's facts. I had nothing to do with the casting of any movie. Anything else was shot a year or so ago while I was deep in Volume 3. And that, I think if he would have left it off there, it would be better. It would be a better response, but then he added this.
Then he added that little
But I know
bar.
some of you are deeply in need of reasons to hate, which is also
true.
That
little,
Which is also true, but I think this would have landed a lot better if he left off that last part. Because,
it's like a little clapback.
Unfortunately, in customer service, you kind of have to respond to consumers' requests, even if they're insane requests, and do it with a smile on your face. Well, I only really cast her in the Suicide Squad. Everyone else cast her for these other projects, But
same reasons. Can't they say something about John Cena? He's back.
Yeah, that's dragging him in the mud. Now, if you make your money on the internet and you're not in the industry, there's lots of grifting opportunities to do this kind of stuff. But for him, who's got a lot better things to do with his time, and he has a very important task to bring Superman Legacy, I think this was a loss for him. That's all.
Lost.
He'll be fine, though, Max. You know that, right? He'll be fine.
Let's just put it this way. James Gunn is the head of DC, and this guy, Truth, is a loser.
You're right. He's a loser. You're right. So why is he getting at the time of day?
Because you may say he lose in Twitter, but he won in life. So why does it matter?
Well, I think he just want to do it, like you said, to defend his wife.
Yeah, you still want people to show up to your project, though. You still want people to pay money. Just leave it go. That's my opinion. Do what he wants. I'm not telling him to stop.
Okay, look at what John wrote the $3 theater says.
Okay. Yeah, in very, very good, astute comment, Matt, because I didn't say he could have cut Black Adam, but he definitely could have cut the Shazam cameo. Yes.
Ain't Wonder Woman in the new Shazam?
Absolutely, Matt. He did not have any control to remove the Black Adam sequence. He had plenty of time to say, you know what? This potential Shazam 2 cameo doesn't really, as far as I know, spoilers, it doesn't really lead anywhere to where they're going to go. And it's pretty much a shine on her. And there's cuts of Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, and Gal Gadot. So that is where I'm like, I think this is a bullshit criticism that this troll did. Stop putting your wife in every DC project. But I do want to say it's a fair criticism to say, well, you didn't cut her cameo, and her cameo, from what I've heard, seems pretty pointless to the future of DCU.
Well,
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
The original post-credit scene for Shazam 2.
And that has bad optics, even if you think it's fine. Is that fair to say, Brian? That has bad optics that he's cutting other things, but not that one. If they both don't lead anywhere.
I don't think it really matters at this point. I mean, we all know where these movies lead to nothing. So
yeah, okay,
exactly.
Okay, but yeah. And then when I brought that up earlier, Senior Nerd, you said, "Well, that's his wife," and I understand that. I do. Listen. If my wife was in a movie and I was in charge and I cut her scene, holy shit!
I'm just gonna say,
I wouldn't
get laid for 3 weeks.
I'm just gonna say, like it or not, she was a major part of what was going on for the last couple years in terms of what DC's been presenting. So whether it's be whatever might be behind it, I'm just saying, narratively speaking, she's been heavily involved.
Right. I understand that. I'm just saying that is a fact, though, that he left hers intact when he had the opportunity, but other things were cut, and that's a fair criticism.
The original post-credit scene for Shazam.
And in my opinion, even though I get protecting your wife, and I think this is bullshit what this asshole did on Twitter. Like, this is the thing that happens when you criticize. People think I'm taking the sides of this idiot. Speak truth for life. No, that was a jackass move. This is something Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers or Den of Nerds would do to get a response, you know?
He's in the chat.
He fed the troll. He's
in the panel. I can see.
CJH. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
All right. But that's all I had for that topic.
Jesus, man. Tell us how you really feel.
Well, people still think I'm a hater. I actually.
You look. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. The matter fact is.
You believe me on this, Senior Nerd? If Zack Snyder was the president of DC and he just trashed everything Hamada did and he got rid of Batgirl, I would criticize him too. Do you believe that or not?
He
took over and he's like, yeah, this Batgirl is trash.
James Gunn didn't get rid of Batgirl. That was
you're missing the point. I'm saying I'm consistent. If Zack Snyder was in charge and he started getting rid of everyone from the previous regime, like the JSA and Supergirl and Batgirl, just because it was in his vision. I know it doesn't make sense. I would criticize him too. I'd be like, that's not fair.
Because
You're missing the point.
He's not getting rid of the people that he brought in. He's not gonna get rid of Henry Cavill or Ben Affleck.
Did I say Henry Cavill? I said Supergirl, the new Supergirl, and Batgirl. If he was in charge and he got rid of them, I would criticize him just the same. Now, people don't believe me.
No, if he comes in, he'll continue with his story. So he'll probably still keep in Batgirl and the JSA and Black Adam. He probably want to work with The Rock.
I am just saying, if he started to be in charge and he came in, and during his absence, all the characters that weren't there when he was gone, he got rid of, I would say that was bullshit too. I would do the same thing. All right, but off from that topic. Woo! People don't believe me on that. I don't care. You don't have to believe me. That's my truth.
Again, it doesn't matter. James Gunn's he's directing Supergirl. Superman's gonna be the best Superman movie ever made.
All right,
that's what he says.
Let's get to other topics.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm out of energy. Woo! Man, you made me work for it today, Senior Nerd. Holy shit! Good conference, good debate though. Good debate. I appreciate it, Senior Nerd. I was saying I like you. Thank you.
I got more.
No, that's all right.
We know you do.
I got a lot more in my chamber. Let's go.
No, I'm on empty. You're in your chamber. I'm empty. How's it going?
What's the next topic? Here we go.
Okay. All right. So we want to get to the topics. Senior Nerd is right. That's fine.
Thank you.
Zeno says the cult of Gunn